Wait. How much you want to bet there's secrets back here? Oh. It looked like there'd be a secret back there. Curry devil. Call me. Consider me spooked. Killer Bee and Curry Devil. I couldn't be more spooked. We're fighting spices. Oh my god, look at him move! He's so fast. Spicy enemy. I love that theater just appears in a lightning bolt. So cool. Bam! Here I am. Get wrecked. Laser beams. Yeah, magic level increase. Fire! Blow! That's what you get. Oh, shotgun! Think of it as 21 months. Good timing. Good to see you, dude. Weathered letters on the stone statue read, North Gate, the key is Earth. East Gate, the key is wind. South Gate, the key is water. West Gate, the key is fire. Mad Mantis. Names are the best, dude. Oh, the poison. Hello. What? What? Noni? Kill that bee. Dang, murder hornets. Book of Prophecy, Volume 1. To those who walk in the mist, this is the first prophecy. Read it well. Be warned, take heed. The mist is death in disguise. The mist is a cradle of madness. History warns us. The mist stops time. The mist brings chaos. When the evil mist appears from the west horizon, leave everything and run for your lives. The god realm awaits you all in the hot depths of the earth, until the heroes of Rossera defeat the mist. To those who walk in the mist, this is the third prophecy. Read it well. The path of Rem's blossom is at the Gate of Shadows. However, the mouth of the Gate of Shadows is shut. The Gate of Shadows is a stone flower. Only words carved in the four faces make the flower bloom. Speak to the four faces. Find the words engraved in the faces and engrave them in thine hearts. To those who walk in the mist is the second prophecy. Read it well. When reality turns into a nightmare and nightmares bring despair, the god Rem is the last hope. Rem leads humans to the depths of the earth and in his bosom destroys the mist nightmare. But hear this, heroes of Raseru, those who walk through the mist. Thou must show a sign of being the heroes of Raseru. The path to Rem's bosom is ever steep and hidden in darkness. Gather at the Gate of Shadows. The path of Rem's bosom can be found only there. Hey, there he is! Orb! That's my dude. I very much want Gala to get Orb. That's my dude. That's my bro. I have no idea how much health he has. Come on, baby. Yes! Oh, I'm so lucky, dude. First try. That is big win, boys. Those who walk in the mist this is the fourth prophecy. Read it well. The Gate of Shadows is a stone flower. The words of the four faces will cause a great flower to bloom. However, for the true gate born in the flower, seek out the key. That key is the Star Pearl, a silent treasure that slumbers deep under the Palace of Rem. The Star Pearl will open the true gate. Heroes pass and take the ancient's path to Rem's bosom. In the distance, the sound of some machine operating is heard. Ooh. Secret. Von Gala stairs! There are stairs there now! Wow! The secret will be revealed when you read the 4 books. So this is what the message Hari gave to Sasha meant. That Star Pearl must be at the bottom of the stairs. Von, let's go down the stairs. Wasn't there a chest up here? Hold on. Before we go down the stairs, I must show the power of Orb. Don't attack Bond, please. Ow. You just had to. Orb! Oh, yeah. So he's a field heal, which is incredibly good in this game because you don't really get much option to heal everyone. There's a few items that do it, but mostly you'll just be healing one person at a time. So Orb is like the GOAT. Uh-oh. Ow. I didn't kill him? I do. Guess not. Could do that. It's kind of a goofy combo. Okay. That was so much cooler than I thought it was going to look. It was two back flips and a front flip. Let's do it. I don't remember what's down here. I don't want to die and lose my orb. Hope there's a save point somewhere. Well, well, so you're here to look for treasure too? Who are you? And why do you have your own cool theme song? What are you doing here? Ha ha ha. What am I doing? Some greeting that is. I should be asking you what you're doing here. But let me introduce myself. I am Kara, a 2-bit thief. I'm Noah, this is Vaughn and Gala. Kara, I ask you again, what are you doing here? Oh, you make me laugh. I'm doing what you are, sneak thieving. The heck is sneak thieving? Sneak thieving? What's that? It's something bad. It's stealing from people. That's wrong. Sneak thieving is wrong. I hate bad people. Ha! Give me a break. Stop talking like a goody two-shoes. You mean you're going home empty-handed even though everyone ran away and the town is deserted? What did you just say? Everyone ran away? Oh boy, you guys are really clueless. That's right, everyone's gone. They knew the mist was coming and took the elevator to an underground shelter to hide. Underground? Shelter? So he's still alive. Haru's still alive. Let's take the elevator and go find him. Sorry, kid, but the elevator won't work. It's locked, probably as a safety precaution. Oh, boo-hoo. Oh, brother. Say, if it's valuables you're after, there are none here. The townspeople must have taken everything with them when they went underground. Backflip. The only thing I found was some measly jewel called the Star Pearl or something. How would you know what it's called? Wait a minute, Kara. The Star Pearl? Where is it? You want that piece of junk? Ha ha ha. Well, then I'll tell you where it is. I palmed the Star Pearl off of a jeweler in Jeremiah, I think. His name was Zalan or something. Kara, wait. We still have much to ask you. Oh, yeah? Well, I don't have anything to say to you. See you later. I don't get it. How could she travel through the mist at will without a Raseru? Because she's sneak thieving. The Star Pearl. Vaughn, Zalan, and Gemini has the Star Pearl. Gemini? Jeremiah? Gemini? Gemini? Jarrett? Jera Gemini? Gemini Man from Mega Man? Poster? Let's do it. Find me one. It probably doesn't exist. Just some giant, like, bit-crushed picture of her model. Boom! Oh, the Mantis wasn't close enough to take damage. Use Tifa anyways. By the way, I totally got memed for this poster because I had it up during the review and somebody was like, gee, I wonder if he likes the game. Sees poster in background. And I was like, come on. That was for a thing. That was for an event. It's not like I love the game so much I had to like immediately buy a poster for it. Granted, I did like it that much, but still. It was kind of funny. It's like, yeah, I guess that does kind of give away that I at least somewhat enjoyed it. The jig is up. I feel like there's more going on in here, but I kind of want to go save so I can save my orb. I also want to get another orb if I can. I would love for Noah to get an orb. She goes first all the time. The reason I wanted Gala to get it is because he has the highest magic, but also because he always goes last. So if like the enemy's doing a big attack, I can just go ahead and queue up orb, and then the big attack will happen, and then orb will instantly heal us. It's a pretty good strat for later. Or even for now, because enemies are already doing super damage. The bosses pretty much never stop doing super damage in this game. All of them are scary. I think that's, like, if I had to pick one thing that I love the most about this game, I think maybe, like, my number one thing is the voice acting. That's what, like, just makes it the best for me. But very close to that, number 2 or 3, has to be the boss design, because every boss is scary, and if I were to make my own game, that's the way I would do it. I think bosses should be scary. If you get to a boss, it should be, you know, something that's, you know, it should be an event. It should be, like, scary. It shouldn't just be, like, here's the boss. Like, it should be an event, you know? That's just my opinion. I hate... It's not that I automatically dislike a game if bosses are easy, but it really does give that extra oomph when, like, every boss, or at least most of the bosses are, you know, give you a run for your money. And especially final bosses. I always love when final bosses are actually really hard, because I feel like once you've played the entire game, you want that final challenge to like be worth the whole journey. If you do the whole journey and the final boss is super easy, it never feels like it's paid off well enough, you know? Yeah, I feel like maybe if I had to come up with a top 3, it would be voice acting, boss design, music. It's probably like the top 3 reasons I love this game so much, but there's so many more. Story is probably number 4, which is weird because I really didn't expect much of a great story in this game. But like I said, I just got invested in this game really early. Something about the world is just really interesting to me. Still is. Ouch! That hurt. Oh boy. Look at him. Look at him. It's like something out of Castlevania. You can spear it twice, but it doesn't do anything to your bar. It will give you more SP or AP though, and it'll still give you the defense boost, but the bar will only extend once. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm just gonna have you spirit. What's up, tubes? Oh, hit me with the orb. Alright. No show now. Might take a few turns, actually. I should have done like one hit with Vaughn, but it's alright. This game's for PS1. And unfortunately, it's incredibly underutilized and hasn't been released for anything else. Which is sad. Like I said before, almost every game at this point, there's some easy way to play it. Either it has some like Steam port, or PS3 got a port of it, or PS4 got a port of it, or whatever. Like there's just some kind of port, even if it's not perfect. There's a way to at least experience the game. But unfortunately this game has nothing, which is one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to play it and do a Let's Play of it and do the original version and show it in its best, you know, as high of a quality as I possibly could. Because it's just an underutilized game that needs more love. What? That last hit probably would have killed too. He blocked it. Mata. Get up! Rip my second orb. I know, isn't it hard to like not call this game a PS2 game? It's certainly, you know, when I first saw it, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was a PS2 game. Like a really early PS2 game. What did that say? Tomorrow we launch the plan. Travel light. Yeah, because they left. No, it's a PS1 game. I just explained that like a second before you came in, so if you hit the replay, you'll I like literally just explained it. It's fine. You just happened to jump in like right after I was done saying it. It happens. Oh, dodge. She didn't take much damage. Punched a bee in the face. That's what it's all about. Dang murder hornets. Oh, I wanted to backhand this bee, but Von's gonna kill it. Uppercut the bee. Or no, elbow drop. Elbow drop on the bee. That's so funny that you say that, Great Said. Because, like, that's one of the things that I have talked about several times. Or, like, I really, really dislike Type 0, but there's a lot of people that really like it. And, so it's funny that you say that. I don't, like, it's... I really dislike Type 0, and I also think it's a pretty bad game. But I also understand why people like it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not at the point where I'm like, how do you like this game? Like, I totally get it. But yeah, I hate that game. And I'm, like, I would be hard-pressed to say it was a good game. It's quite the yikes. What is my favorite bad game? Well, I guess it depends on the definition of a bad game. Oh, I killed it in one hit? Oh, well, I didn't get it anyways. I wanted Noah to kill it, but we didn't get it anyways, so. I don't know. If Puzzle Star Sleep is a bad game, then it's definitely my favorite game. Favorite bad game. Because it's one of my favorite games. So. But I don't know if it's a bad game. Like, I don't know if I should call it a bad game or not. Madmar, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs, dude. Amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, secret water chest. Oh, that's scary. I don't like this. I don't like the look of this. Oh, I healed the wrong person. Tukes, thank you so much for the gifted sub to Sebastian. And Solid, thank you for the gifted sub to Reshi for the 8 months. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks. Robot crab! Attack! Mind if I ask a potentially dumb Final Fantasy VII Remake question? No, but if it's a spoiler, could you wait like 20 minutes? Because as soon as we're done with the Let's Play, we're going to be doing Final Fantasy VII stuff, and then that would be a better time for spoilers. If it's not a spoiler, then go ahead. Yeah, we'll be done on Legaia in like 20 minutes, and then... Or you can just PM me also. What's the most valuable game in your collection? Probably my unopened Black Label copy of Final Fantasy VII. I also have an unopened Japanese copy, but it's not worth anything. Then I also have a misprint copy, which is also worth nothing. But it's cool. How did you manage that? You ever go to college and you work like way too much and you go to college way too much and you're like, you know what, I feel like going out on a night on the town and just blowing all my money on some girl that's like never gonna call me back, and spend way too much money at like a bar playing like the stupid lotto thing that you never win, and then like eat fast food on the way home and just blow like $300 in one night. That, but nerdy. Basically. The nerd version of that. I worked 2 jobs, and I took, let's see, it was 8, I think it was like 32 hours, or whatever, like the highest number you can without being technically over for hours at college is. I don't remember what the number is. 30 something, I think. I was at 30 some hours at college, and I was working 2 jobs at the same time. And so I had about like 2 hours of free time to myself, like in a week for my first year of college. And I had all this money and didn't want to blow it on stupid stuff. So instead of blowing it on stupid stuff, I bought an unopened copy of Final Fantasy VII Black Label on eBay. And that was my stupid college purchase. Which ended up being not that stupid of a college purchase. But, you know, I think we all have one where we're just like... we're just on eBay and we're just like, I would never buy this. Buy. Yeah. It's one of those days. But, yeah, to tell you the truth, I don't think it's worth as much as I bought it for. I bought it for... I have it written down, because when you buy stupid stuff like that, you write it down. I think I bought it for... 300... something. Like, 350. I want to say. And I think right now it's not even worth that much. But it's worth more to me. See if I can find it actually, hold on. Because it's probably, I mean, I know I bought it on eBay, so it should be in my ancient history. Maybe not. My history only goes back to 2018. Why does it only go back that far? Seems weird. You would think it would go back further. Maybe it's a different account. Do I have another account? Probably didn't even have an account back then, actually, now I think about it. Big rip. Yeah, but just because they're selling it for that much doesn't mean it's worth that much. I would be willing to bet that, I would be willing to bet that my unopened Black Label copy will be worth something someday. The Japanese one, probably not as much. The misprint one, probably not anything ever. But I'd be willing to bet that someday the Black Label one is worth something, but I didn't buy it so it'd be worth something. I bought it because I wanted it. Power Bates, thank you so much for the 34 months! Appreciate it so much, dude. It has been a while. It's good to see you, dude. Hope you've been well. Hope you've been safe and family's been good. I missed you, my man. It's good to have you back. But yeah. Yeah, it would be one thing if I bought it, like, as an investment. I didn't buy it as an investment. I bought it as a, let's not spend $300 on something stupid and instead buy this. So, I'm eternally happy with the purchase, like, regardless of if it's worth 10 cents one day. You know another bad game that I like? Going back to that name, or that question before, my favorite bad game, Battle Hunter, is a game made by the same company that made Puzzle Star Suite. And it's like, it is such a cool game, but it's really not great, but it's so cool. It's such a cool idea. What's up, Trance? How you doing, man? It's good to see you. What's my top 3 Final Fantasy titles? 7, 10, well, we talking main series? Because if it's main series, then it's 7, 10, 9. If it's not main series, to be honest with you, it's probably 7, 10 Remake. To be honest. Okay, so you have to give me some slack on 6, okay? I understand that 6 is probably one of, if not the best game in the entire series, and it's probably going to be in my top 3 once I play it again, but I haven't played it. I played like an hour of it when I was a kid, and that's it, because I never owned a Super Nintendo as a kid. And then once I finally got a Super Nintendo and I was able to play Final Fantasy VI, I started my show, and I decided I would not play it until we did a Let's Play of it with everyone, because you guys being able to experience my first time through the game would be amazing. So that's why we haven't played it yet. I'm waiting for the perfect time so we can play it together. But I do completely understand. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand that once I play 6, it'll probably be one of my favorites, because I know how good it is. But I can't put it in the list until I have completely played it as an adult, you know. But I am completely, I know for sure, and also, even though what blows my mind about Final Fantasy VI, you know, obviously I'm a big fan of video game music. I have been my entire life, but speaking of music, Shake Zillion. Okay, that's an amazing name. Shake Zillion. I love it. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Always appreciate it when people use Twitch Prime on my show. So thank you. The thing about video game music is the reason I like video game music so much isn't necessarily what it sounds like. It's more of like the nostalgia I get from listening to it. So like when I listen to certain like Final Fantasy VII songs, it's not necessarily that the song itself is like the best song ever, but it's the feeling I get when I listen to that song and I remember playing it as a kid and I remember playing it as an adult and I remember all the memories with the game. You know what I mean? So it's a combination of the both. So if I were to say my favorite VGM of all time, I usually say Cosmo Canyon, because I really like the sound of Cosmo Canyon, but it's also just like a super nostalgia trip for me, because I remember sitting in Cosmo Canyon listening to the music as a kid, like for hours. I would just leave it there and listen to it. So, you know, that's why I always call that my favorite song. Now, having said that, I just told you that I have not played Final Fantasy VI all the way through as an adult yet, right? Terra's theme is still probably my pick for the greatest video game song of all time. Cosmo Canyon's my favorite. Terra's theme is probably this is the best one. And I haven't even played the game. So that just gives you like an idea of how much I appreciate that song. Like, that song is so amazing. It's like, it blows my mind how good that song is. You're telling me people haven't heard it? Well, now we have to play it. The song? Oh, dude. You telling me this doesn't just make you want to play video games? Like, oh. I have never ever heard a song in my life that made me want to do something more than this song makes me want to, like, go on a grand adventure. When I go on, like, vacations, I gotta play this song pulling out of the driveway. Like, seriously. Oh, dude. It's just incredible. See you, Habitat. What's the little song? Yeah, like, seriously. That song does things to your body when you listen to it. Keep going. Yeah, I really need to go back and, I think maybe what I'll do... So right now, I'm working on a, there's this website that allows you to chronicle all of your games that you own and put them all in a nice list. And I've been working on it for a couple of reasons. The biggest reason I want to do it is just so that you guys have the ability to see every game I own, so that if you want to donate a game to the show, or if you want to ask for a game for me to play, you know if I own it or not. So that's the biggest reason why I'm doing it. But I'm also doing it for personal reasons, because I've always wanted to have all my games in one place so that I can actually see what I have. Because with all the digital games now, I have a big shelf where I have all my games, and I did that because I love to walk up to it and see what I own and see what I want to play. But it's hard because whenever I look at that shelf, I can't help but think this is only like half of my games because there's so many digital games. So I started working on this site so that I can just actually see everything when I want to like choose what to play. And I think when I finally finish it, I need to go through and like redetermine what my top 5 favorite games are, because I think it's changed over the last year or two. I've played some games in the last year that have potentially broken the top 5 or the top 10. Usually what I tell people, if I like have to like right on the money right now tell you what my top 5 favorite games are, I usually tell people Final Fantasy VII, Celeste, Final Fantasy X, BioShock Infinite, Kingdom Hearts 2.5. But those games, like especially BioShock Infinite, is more of like an experience I had with the game, and not necessarily like it's my favorite because I think it's the best and deserves to be up there. It's more of just an experience I had that I remember. So I don't know. Might need to mix it up a bit. But that's usually if I'm held up against the wall and I gotta answer right now, that's usually what I say. Yeah, it's hard to push the other ones down, to be honest. But like, Chrono Trigger isn't there, Legend of Legaia isn't there. Call of Duty Zombies isn't there, which, as much as I hate to put Call of Duty in my top 5 because it's like, yikes, I've played, like, you don't understand how much Zombies I've played. It's my like guilty pleasure, play this when I don't feel like playing anything else game, and that happens a lot. So I have put thousands and thousands of hours into it, so it's hard to not put it in my top 5 just from the amount of time I've put into it, you know? Like, how could I say it's not one of my favorite games when I've played it more than anything on my shelf? So it's hard not to put it there, even though objectively it's like, how do I put Call of Duty Zombies on my top 5? How do I put Call of Duty Zombies over like Chrono Trigger? Like, that just seems like an insult to Chrono Trigger. But at the same time, it's like I put so much time and effort into Zombies because it's just something that I enjoy, that it's hard not to put it up there. So then there's God of War, which is one of my favorite series. There's Advance Wars Dual Strike, which is a game I've put thousands of hours into, and it's my favorite mobile game, my favorite handheld game. So there's a lot of games that like I want to be there, but there's just not enough spots It's only 5 spots. I can't, you know. And then there's the remake, which, to be honest, you know, I'm not putting it up there yet because it's still new, but I really do like the remake a lot. And if I still enjoy the remake as much as I enjoy it now in like a year, then it's gonna have to be up there. So yeah, I mean, just because you put a lot of time into a game doesn't mean it's automatically in your top 5, but it's just so many times I've sat here and been like, I don't feel like playing anything, and then I just resort to zombies, and I have a great time, and it's gotten me through a lot of like frustrating times when I don't feel like doing anything and I'm in a bad mood and I can just play zombies and shoot zombies. Like, it's just that feel-good game for me. If you have one of those, maybe it's like Pokemon, or maybe it's like Animal Crossing, or just some game that like whenever you just don't feel like doing anything else, or you've had a rough day, you can just sit and play it and enjoy it. That's zombies for me, you know. If I have a rough day and I just don't feel like playing anything, then I'll just jump on and shoot zombies. So like in that way, it's like this relief game for me. So it's hard not to give it credit for that. Zalan, can I ask you something? What? Do you know about the Star Pearl? Exclamation mark. Noah, you can't just ask out of the blue like that. I love the, one of the great things you'll see as we play through the game more and more is the interaction between Noah and Gala is so great. Noah's like this always good, hate everything bad, just like full of like, I don't know, what's a good character to relate her to? Just this, like, I don't know if goody two-shoes is the right word, but just overflowing with niceness all the time, but, like, way too excited about it. And then Gala is, like, the rock, where he's just always like, Noah, stop, Noah. Like, it's almost like her dad. It's just like, no, Noah, stop, calm down. It's okay, just calm down. You can't be, you know, like, keeping her from being rude and stuff. Yeah, she's super naive also. And then he's like her rock to like keep her, yeah. So she's like the innocent, naive, positive one, and then Gala's like the pragmatic one. And there's this great like back and forth between Gala and Noah throughout the entire game where he's being more pragmatic and she's just being like super naive. Ha ha ha, yes, Noah, I know of the Star Pearl. In fact, here it is. Wow, neat! It's the Star Pearl. Can I have it, please? Of course you may. I have no use for it. Here you are. Fawn now has the Star Pearl. Didn't she, like, pawn it off, though? So, like, you just wasted all that money? A shifty-looking female thief palmed it off on me. It has no value as a precious gem. I would have never thought something like this would make someone so happy. Thank you so much, everyone, from the bottom of my heart. Thanks for what? Taking your Star Pearl? Whatever you say, dude. Alrighty. We're gonna jump off of Legend of Legaia now. I think we're gonna do an any percent run. I'm feeling an any percent run. I think that would be fun. But first we gotta say goodbye to YouTube. So YouTube, thank you so much for being here today. It has been a blast today. This game just keeps getting more and more fun, and I look forward to playing more of it. But yeah, today was awesome. The clutch boss kills and all the story we got to see and the music we got to listen to and the conversations we had. It was a great one. So thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the Legend of Legaia Let's Play, and we'll see you next time for more of the Let's Play. Thank you guys for all the support and the love. Farewell. We'll catch you soon. Peace out.